Hundreds of climate activists, most of them under the age of 30, held the first UN Youth Climate Summit today in New York. Loudly and clearly, they demanded politicians around the world take urgent action to slow the climate crisis that threatens their futures. Stephen D'Souza has more from New York.
They are young, angry, and they say the need for action is urgent.
We don't have much time left. We have until 2030 to do something fundamental here.
An estimated 250,000 people flooded Lower Manhattan today, among them Canadian Calvin Yang.
I am genuinely scared that my future will be impacted by climate change and that millions of us will be impacted by climate change.
Many students here talk about fear. 15-year-old Mark Burt says his teacher recently asked their class how many students thought the world would be unlivable before they got to college.
Most of our peers raise their hands because all of this that's happening in our world.
Concern for the future is fueling worldwide protests from South Africa to Australia to the United Kingdom. In a moment many hope is a global tipping point. The students here have three key demands: end dependence on fossil fuels, protect communities on the front lines of climate change, and punish the polluters.
Wall Street, we see your greed.
They took that message right to the heart of Wall Street today, all of this inspired by 16-year-old Swedish activist Greta Thunberg. In New York, she called on governments to act.
They have a chance to prove that they, too, are united behind the science. They have a chance to take leadership, to prove they actually hear us.
But students know the adults in charge, from the US president on down, may not be taking them seriously. Still, they say, there's no time to waste.
You can't change things later, you have to change things now.
If we want to have a future, we have to
change it now.
With the United Nations General Assembly next week and leaders coming from around the world, they hope their message is heard loud and clear.
United will never be defeated.
Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, New York.